What's going on, everybody? My name is Nate, and I am really excited to do another DCU movie, and you guys were pretty excited for me to talk about this video. And that's none other than the recent DCU movie, that is Supergirl. So, I'm just gonna give you guys my spoiler-free review on the whole movie and why I think it's pretty good and what things it could have done better. But overall, I'm excited to break down this movie, so without further ado, let's get started. So, Supergirl is a pretty unique character in the DC Comics world, and she's like the cousin of Superman, aka Kal-El from Krypton. Even though Supergirl is from Argo City, which is like a section of Krypton that survived, and the movie does a pretty unique job of explaining her origin and how she got to Earth. And Supergirl is just not your usual typical hero person. She's usually like this teenage rebel girl. I gotta give like the massive props for like the actress for Supergirl, that is Millie Alcock, who you may know from House of Dragon. She does a pretty good vibes and personality of Supergirl from her punk rock vibe, and she just like knows how to do a pretty cool teenage girl vibe for Supergirl. And I pretty appreciate it. And the fact this movie decides to adapt the storyline of Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow is a pretty unique step in my opinion. I also gotta talk about like the other cast members movie I enjoyed, like let's talk about Eve Ridley, who is playing this character named Rylite Marine Cole, who's like this girl who's out to avenge her family after they were unalived by Krem of the Yellow Hills, who was played by actor Matthias Cronenhertz. And I thought those two actors were pretty good, like besides like them going against each other. It was pretty unique. But overall, I just find like the unique storyline of acting pretty interesting. Now, there were moments in the movie I just felt like I was really excited, like apart from like the song selections of like different scenes, and it just gives me that Guardians of the Galaxy vibe a bit, like different planets, like there's like some small humor but there's also insane drama. And I also gotta add about like the other actor in the movie who is pretty great, and that's Lobo, who is played by former Aquaman actor Jason Momoa. Now guys, Lobo was probably my favorite part in the whole movie. I really like his personality and how he just like, oh, I'm really tough and serious. He does it so well, and I just really appreciate the acting that Jason Momoa really has up his sleeve. Another thing I enjoy is like we just get to see of Crypto. He was pretty fun, and it was like an emotional storyline that Supergirl is on. But there were some few moments where I was like a little bit tired out. But not just the movie's bad, but I really do enjoy and appreciate how DC was willing to go for this movie. Yeah, I know Supergirl is just probably not everyone's radar to watch, but let me tell you guys, this movie is pretty interesting. Once it starts, you'll be immediately like locked in with the storyline, the characters. And I do like the acting like everyone has. Millie Alcock does a pretty great performance as Supergirl, and I think this movie really deserves for you guys to get a chance to watch. Anywho, those are my thoughts on Supergirl. You know, it's a short video, but I just don't want to say too much since there'll be so massive spoilers out there. I hope you guys have a pretty good day, and thanks for watching. Remember, my videos are just my thoughts, the movies and TV I watch. So yeah, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and let me know if you guys are willing to check out Supergirl this weekend. I know I already did a few days ago, but yeah, hope you enjoy. I'll see you next video. Ciao.